Well, our moms think we're funny.
Right, hey everyone, I'm Acomi.
Hey everyone, this is Turk182.
I'm sad because we just had a mess up on a previous recording.
Yeah, and we start out pretty strong this episode, so I'm sorry that if this doesn't turn out to be as good as it could have been, but we started out strong, we had a mess up, and then of course taking time to try to see if we could fix that, and now it's just all of our energy is drained. We're just like, we were so hyped, and then now we're just growing.
I'm going to crash into slumber from stress.
But you know, I'm going to try to keep it back. I'm going to get pepped up. I'm going to get hyped. I'm going to be amped. I'm going to get, I don't know anything else that goes along with that. I'm going to get toasted. I'm going to get wasted. I'm going to get burned. And no, just stop me here.
We can try to just replicate the previous thing.
No, because we lose the spontaneity.
It could still be funny.
Yeah, it could be. All right, so, hey.
Hey.
I have a question for you, sir.
Okay.
All right. It's not going to be the question you think it is. Well, I guess maybe it might be. I don't know. I have no idea what you think. Well, okay, Professor X.
You don't know me. You don't know anything about me.
It's like, Charles, did you adopt that girl? What? What? No, she lives at the school now. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Her dad didn't care.
God, that was a rough Let's Watch.
Yeah, that was a rough Let's Watch. Oh, my goodness. But we made it through it. We made it through it.
We did.
And you know the great thing about when we make it through a really difficult Let's Watch is that
we never have to watch it again.
Well, actually, I was going to say that when we make it through a really difficult one, then we actually don't learn anything. We say, hey, let's do an even harder one.
Yep.
Because we just like to punish ourselves.
Well, the straw that broke the camel's back was, of course, the island of Dr. Moreau.
Yeah, the one that's just completely unpublishable.
Yeah.
Just, God, it was so bad. There was nothing to make fun of. It was horrible.
Yeah. I mean, it's not the first thing that we have ever not posted because of the boredom, but yeah, it was pretty bad.
And it had such promise.
It did.
And the thing is, it's a bad movie, so you would think because it's a bad movie, it has tons of stuff that we could make fun of. But no, it was just like, this is a bad movie.
Yeah. I fell asleep.
No.
So.
Oh, man. So, I had a question for you. We've talked a lot about something sort of like this, where we say, hey, like, I think we had one where it's like, would you want to live in the Fallout universe? And I was like, no, not at all. There's nothing about that I want to be a part of. But I was thinking, there are lots of post-apocalyptic universes out there. Mm-hmm. You've got, obviously, most of the ones that people think of right now are like the zombie universe. Like, the zombies take over, that sort of thing. But then you can have somewhere like you live in like a Terminator-style universe where, the machines take over. And then you can have somewhere like vampires take over. I don't think you're ever going to have a post-apocalyptic like the werewolves take over. I don't think that'll ever happen.
That would be pretty interesting, but yeah, I don't think werewolves are really into the complete destruction of society.
Right.
Which I would think is kind of like what an apocalypse leads up to.
Yeah. Plus, I don't think you can really take over a society when you can only rule for like 2 days once a month. That gives people like the other 28 days really plan for something. They're like, okay, when they show back up.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm actually gonna turn that around a little bit. If you don't know who the werewolves are, then that makes it harder to plan.
That would make for an interesting movie, I think.
Except you decide this, like, okay, so everyone, full moon, my house, we're all getting together. Hey, where's Joey?
Yeah, but then you kind of get into like the Salem witch hunt thing where it's like he was just like genuinely sick. He's like, no, I swear I had diarrhea. And it's like, a likely story. The exact thing a werewolf would say.
Right. It's like, oh, I had diarrhea. Eating too many people?
So let's see. There could be an apocalypse where, you already said, like, where the machines take over. Aliens, maybe?
Okay, aliens, that works.
Okay.
Atlanteans, maybe?
I could kind of see that. Like, in any kind of, like, lost society returning could really jack our style.
Yeah. Except for the Mayans. I don't think that would really work. But like, hey, we're back and we're going to take over.
Yeah. I guess it would kind of be a blanket thing, but natural disaster. So, like, Yellowstone finally erupting.
The tectonic plate shift and, just like the whole world gets hit by like a massive earthquake, tsunami type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, I can see that.
All the ice caps just completely melting all at once.
Dottie.
Dottie? Dottie?
Dottie.
Help me.
I really don't think I should, honestly. I really don't think I should.
You know I'm not doing well tonight.
Who is? Is it true the person that names her, defines her gets to name her? Yes. Then I want to name her Dottie after my wife. She's the vicious, life-sucking bitch from which there is no escape. Yes.
Yeah, good old Billy Bob.
So Dottie.
Yep, Dottie.
I am going to say, though, in this scenario, with the vampires take over, I am going to say that there is a nuclear winter. Even though we discussed, yesterday off podcast that scientists said that the thought of the idea of a nuclear winter does not exist, because the whole thing is that if there were something were to impact the Earth, I guess like a meteor, or if there's a nuclear war and it would kick up so much dust that it would block the clouds and all that kind of stuff. It's like, no, it actually would not. The dust would not just hover in the air like that in order for it to create like a nuclear winter. Well, but in this scenario, I'm going to say that is it is.
I'm going to say they weren't there.
That's
They've
right.
never observed it, so they can't prove that that's never going to happen.
You weren't there.
So, suck on that, science.
Yeah. Ooh.
Shouldn't you be working on vaccines or something?
Yeah. Instead of trying to prove that like there's no such thing as a nuclear winter, do something useful.
Bunch of fucking virgins.
First you say there is a nuclear winter. Now you're going to say there isn't a nuclear winter. Make up your mind. Now think the whole idea of like not being a nuclear winter, that's all just it's just a conspiracy. Like they just want to trick us into believing that, so that later on they'd be like, oh my god, now I'm freezing to death because I didn't find shelter because this isn't supposed to exist. Fucking scientists. All right, so the idea is like, which of these, not what you want to live in, but which one of these do you think that you would survive the best in? Because obviously I don't want to live in any of those like that. But which one do I think I would actually have a chance of surviving in? And not just like surviving, but like maybe thriving a little bit.
Okay. So do you want to go first, or shall I?
I'm going to let you go first.
Okay, because where my mind immediately goes is vampires.
Okay, why vampires?
Why vampires? The reason being is, even if it's nuclear winter and we're talking like perpetual night, you still have other rules that vampires have to adhere to. If we're talking about traditional vampires. Now, if we're talking about I Am Legend vampires, then I would be fucked.
Okay, so I do have to go in there and be like, okay, I Am Legend, those things aren't vampires.
Yeah.
They're not zombies either. I get so sick of that, of like I Am Legend being called a zombie movie.
It's definitely not a zombie
movie. You don't see them eat people, just like 30 days later, 28 days later, like those aren't zombies either. It's the rage virus. They attack, they destroy, but they don't eat people. The ones in I Am Legend, they don't eat people, they don't drink their blood, they hover around in the darkness and, I don't know what they're doing there.
So I guess that would be my question is, are we talking traditional vampires, or are we talking like somebody with the same skill set yet limitations as Dracula?
I'm going to say traditional vampires.
Okay. Then yeah, I would go with vampires even with Perpetual Night.
Okay.
Because all I would really need to do is find a town that is in the process of being evacuated, go up to somebody and say, hey, you need to start a new life. I'll take this house off your hands. Give you a decent price for it. And that way when the vampires come, it's like, sorry, jackass, but you're not invited in. Problem solved.
And you are the new rightful owner.
Yeah. So,
good call.
Now, I mean, that'll be real cute until they decide, it's like, you know what, let's burn this fucker's house down. Nobody said we couldn't do that.
Yeah, I would have to say that is incredibly smart of you, is to move to a new place.
Yeah.
Because, why I'm saying that, why I think that's incredibly smart of you is because some of your friends could have become vampires. And you've already invited them into your house once before.
Oh, yeah.
Just because that's like I changed names, right? Like I'm
Right.
still invited in. I'm still the same guy. So you may have, unknowingly, unwittingly given access to your house, vampires to your house because they weren't vampires previously.
Yeah,
By
yeah.
moving to a new house, it's a new house. You have not been invited into the new house yet.
Aha. Yep.
Ah, pretty sneaky, sis.
Yeah.
I like that.
I could find a nice little place with with some running water, and I can kind of divert the water to run around my house.
Yeah, I think. Well, okay. So, smart vampires would then, obviously, like take over the government and control the waterworks. So they could turn the water off to your place if they wanted to. So, they're like, okay, so that's the guy we're gonna eat tonight. Make sure you turn off his water, turn off his power, and here we go. I've never understood like the whole idea of like a vampire can't cross running water. Like, okay, you can't step across it. Like, what if I'm flying through the air and I just happen to pass over like a lake? Oh shit!
Yeah, we had a heated debate about that with D&D because that's one of the things is that they have gaseous form. And it's like, oh, what if they're in gaseous form and they're traveling through the air and then there's running water down below? Are they just fucked? It's like, how does that work? At what point does it end?
Yeah, I think there does have to be, like, I think that they can't physically cross. Like, you could jump across it if you were strong enough. You couldn't take a boat across it, But
right.
if you were high enough over it, I think that would count.
I would think it would have to. It's like the only thing that really makes sense with it. But yeah, so I mean, it's not like I would never be bothered, but the fact that there are rules that they have to follow just makes it a much more likely situation because zombies give no shits.
Right. So I like the idea of vampires, but only because I would kind of want to be one.
Bite me! Just bite me, please!
So here's the bad part about that for me. I think the bad part about it is I would want to be a vampire. Like, yeah, turn me into a vampire. I think that'd be awesome. Let's do it. Except for I don't know if I could trust them.
Yeah, that would be my concern because it's like, oh, surprise, we just decided to make you a thrall.
Right, or it's like they would get to you and be like, come on, do you want him to be one of us? Be like, no, just drain him and just be done with it. Be like, oh yeah, we're gonna turn you into one of us. Come on over.
Yeah, it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world to become a vampire. So it's like even if they do get me, it's not like I would ultimately lose.
Okay, so here's one. What if it was the Twilight vampires?
Oh, I could take them. Kick their asses.
You have to. Okay, so the bad thing about that is though, you would have they'd be protected by a ton of young
nubile women,
I was gonna,
underage girls.
I was gonna just there was actually a woman that I'm trying to think of the right way. That the old job that I worked at, there was a woman that had come to work in the area that I worked, and in training, she was talking about how much she loved Twilight, and she went one weekend and saw it 20 times a new movie,
Oh, God.
over the weekend, and she was in her fucking 40s.
There's something wrong with her.
Oh God, yes, there was. It was she couldn't work email. I mean, I know many people what? That's yeah, she couldn't work email. But she could go see Twilight 20 fucking times by herself. And it's like, and do you wonder why you're single? No? Okay, good. As long as you're not in any kind of disbelief as to what's going on here,
Yeah.
that's fine. I think I'd have to go with vampires too. But vampires are tricky though, man. I want to say vampires, but like I said, they can be tricky. Because eventually I'm gonna have to go out the house, right? Or I don't know. I get everything delivered, and they're like, "Hey, this is kind of a big package. Sure, we may leave it outside, and I can help carry it in." I'm like, oh, "Okay, sure, Joey, can I help bring it in?" And it's like,
Might be nice of you.
Yeah, when'd you get turned? Yesterday. So I don't know. I don't know.
You could work around it by building yourself a little mini house with leg holes. So you can just walk around and collect supplies.
Ah. But then they could grab me by my leg and then start chowing down.
Yeah, but I'm not sure if they can actually do that. Don't they have to drink from your neck?
I don't think they have to drink from the neck. I think that's just where the jugular is. So
It's just because they're horny bastards.
well, I'm saying that's like so if you try to like get it from like I don't know my arm like you're at the doctor's office, you've got to worry about making sure you can hit the right vein that's not gonna like flatten out on you. I'm like, oh great, I lost it. But if you go right to like the main source, there's a big fat artery right there. I'm like, yep. This is easy. It's like the difference between eating like a chicken breast or chicken nuggets. I can either fight trying to get all the chicken off of this thing and leave all the bones, or I can just like fuck it. Someone already did all the work for me, right? So I think that's like the big difference there.
Yeah. Another workaround with the vampire thing was like RVs, getting an RV.
Oh yeah, that's like a house on wheels.
Yeah. So then
we're self-contained.
So like you get an RV, you cover that thing in like crosses and crucifixes and holy water and stuff. I mean, you'd be relatively safe. I mean, you're obviously going to have those situations where you still have to go out and get food or like get gas or whatever, but by and large, that'd be pretty safe. So
yeah, it's not a bad idea. I do like that one.
I mean, like the zombie thing, I think I could survive for a little while on it, but I mean,
I would get bored quickly. The thing with the zombie deal is that with the zombies, like in a case like that, you lose so much. Like there's nothing there.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't have TV series, I don't have movies, that kind of stuff. At least in the vampire world, I still have all that stuff.
Yeah, because they like modern comforts,
right? I mean, obviously they want me to still be happy to an extent because I'm their food, right? I mean, you wouldn't raise cows in a parking lot, right? I mean, that's kind of the same thing. I want them to be happy. I want my free range humans because they're just better.
Yeah, I hate to break it to the vampires in the audience, but I'm not organic. So.
But you are working out. My blood is full of fatty acids. Him, so much better. Not saying that you need to eat him. I'm just saying that I am not as healthy for you if you're watching your weight.
Oh, you're a snack, though.
I'm a snack.
Yeah. You're a tasty treat.
Like a chocolate cupcake?
See, I've been working on my running, so I don't have to outrun the vampires, just you.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. You can run all day long. Even Usain Bolt can outrun a vampire. That's not going to happen. So the Twilight vampire, the reason I would hate the Twilight vampires is because they would just be so unbearable. Like, oh god, I wouldn't be able to go to bed at night because they'd be like twinkling off all the fucking street lights and shit. It'd be like a disco ball outside my house all the time. And they'd be wanting to get outside your door and start like reading some emo poetry through like a megaphone.
It's like, will you let me in? It's like, no, you're not invited, and just starts crying.
Like, I have to live too, I wrote a poem. It's like, blood is what gives you life. Blood is what gives me life. Life is the most important thing. Maybe it's a haiku. I don't know, but it's like...
Knives and pins, your words are like knives and pins to me.
Oh.
I'm going to Hot Topic now. I don't know why I shit on Hot Topic so much. I've bought so much shit from there.
Because Hot Topic is garbage now.
I know, but I still buy from them, and I wish I didn't, but I do.
Well, I mean, if you don't have Hot Topic, the only other place to go is either Spencer's, which is just, I don't even know. How does that place even stay in business?
I don't know. Spencer's is just trashy to me.
Yeah, it's like for 13-year-olds that think that they're doing something edgy.
Yep.
It's like... Oh, yes, what we should do? We should make macaroni with the penis pasta and serve it to our family. Oh, yeah, okay.
I mean, put it on TikTok. It'll be hilarious.
They sell vibrators at Spencer's. What person in their right mind is going to buy a vibrator from Spencer's?
Yeah.
Really? I mean, come on.
Yep.
Spencer's is a place that people... go to buy weed merchandise and want to actually smoke marijuana, but want to seem cool.
Yep. I haven't been to Spencer's in like probably 3 or 4 years, and the last time I set foot in there, it was enough to like look around and be like, yeah, this is why I never come here.
Oh, yeah. I really have no idea how they stay in business.
Although I will say, when I was like 10, 11, Spencer's was where I discovered the Electric Tale of Pikachu manga. They had like the first 4 issues in a collector's pack.
I've never heard of that.
It's not a good manga. Like, I love the Pokemon Adventures manga. It's great. Like the first artist, Mato, very, very good artist. They're very faithful to the games, well written. I like them a lot. But yeah, the Electric Tale of Pikachu, they loosely based it off the anime, and the artist had this real proclivity for drawing like Bill Ward style torpedo tits, even though all the characters are like extremely underage.
Well, wait a minute, but there's hardly any. Well, I mean, there's a lot of women, but there's hardly any women of like. Okay, right.
Yeah, that comic made no mistake of proclaiming that in their canon, Misty was 12 years old, and they drew her in like this super skimpy bikini like 3 pages later.
Oh.
It's like, yeah, you guys are fucking creeps.
Oh, okay, that sounds horrible. Let's not talk about that anymore.
Creepy ass creeps.
When you mentioned that, for some reason I was thinking TAIL Pikachu, and I was like, okay, what?
Yeah, no, that's how they spell it, because it's a pun.
Oh, okay, so yeah, okay, yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's how they spell it.
That's just bad. That's just bad all the way around.
Yeah.
Okay. So, moving on.
So come to think of it, I have no good memories of Spencer, so...
Yeah, there you go.
Went down the wrong rabbit hole on that one.
Alright, so, what about, so zombies are out, because there's nothing to do except for, just kill zombies, which is going to get boring after a while.
Yeah,
that just really is.
I wouldn't pony up with another group at all.
No.
Like, I don't know why they keep doing it on Walking Dead, because... I mean, like, my immediate thought if I saw a group of people approach me would be like, oh, they're here to fuck me over.
Yeah, pretty much.
Not if I shoot them all first, so...
Yeah, that doesn't sound like a good idea at all.
Yeah, I mean, like, all those scenes they have where they're like, hey, we mean you no harm, we're peaceful people, we're just looking to join up with your group. It's like, no, there would never be that opportunity for that conversation with me.
We mean you no harm, then just keep right on going.
We mean you no... Damn right you don't.
Yeah. Yep. So, okay, so what about Alien?
Aliens, man, I guess it depends on the aliens.
So we tossed that out there. To be perfectly honest, though, I don't even know if you can have a... Well, okay, you do have a... What's that movie?
Mars Attacks.
I was actually thinking Battlefield Earth.
Oh, Battlefield Earth. I have not seen Battlefield Earth.
Oh, God, it's so bad. But in that one, though, I could live in a Battlefield Earth world. Because those aliens are so stupid. I mean, they're so bad that, yeah, I could do that because I would have the planet taken back over in no time.
Yeah, it really depends on the aliens, because if we're talking like War of the Worlds, no, I wouldn't do well with that.
Why not? All you gotta do is sneeze and you're like, oh!
Because in the books they were pretty gnarly. I don't think I've seen the movie. No, I have not seen the movie.
Don't watch the Steven Spielberg one.
Yeah.
I made the mistake of buying that before I saw it. That movie is so god awful. It's I love Spielberg. That movie is horrible. It is so bad.
I think I'd do well facing off with the science aliens.
And why do you think that?
Well, first of all, because they struggle with doors.
Doors can be difficult. Okay, so think about right now how we live. We are slowly getting rid of doors. to where doors are going to open up automatically. Like, there's hardly any place that you live where you actually have to turn a knob. Most of the time you can push the door open, or it's going to open up for you. But very rarely, except for in our houses, do we even have knobs anymore. So that could be kind of tricky to an alien race that, has really eliminated that. It's like, we've eliminated the use of knobs. And, we always kind of make fun of like, oh, well, we live in a society of like such great, advances that we could take on any of these primitive countries. But the thing is, though, we're so far advanced when we go to a primitive country, we're lost. Mm-hmm. It's like what we talked about before, like playing being really good at video games now and then trying to play an older video game like a game that you had struggled with on Nintendo from years ago. You're like, yeah, but I'm so much a better gamer now. It's like, doesn't matter. That's a completely different style of gameplay, technology, and everything else.
Different skill set, different hand-eye coordination.
Yeah, you're going to suck just as much now as you did then.
If not more so.
Right. And you're going to hate yourself even more because you're going to think to yourself, I should be better than this. So, I can see them being like, what doors? What the hell is this?
Yeah, and well, I mean, that's not to criticize them. That's just to say that does give me a tactical advantage against them. And of course, once people figure out that, water's acidic to them, well, then I'll just get a bunch of big freaking super soakers.
Yeah, I just walk around with a full bladder.
Yeah, they'll realize pretty quickly that they don't want to harvest you when you can just piss yourself at will. Pocket piss.
That may save my life, but that's not going to win me any women. It's not.
Sup, babe? I'm the defeater of the aliens. They call me Mars Vanquisher. Like, oh yeah, you're the guy who pissed himself.
Ninja, you smell like piss.
But I'm safe from the aliens, you'll notice.
You're also safe from the women.
It's fine, girls are gross.
Yeah.
So,
It'd just be me walking arm in arm with R. Kelly. Be like, we defeated the aliens. And I'd be like, you know what? I'm just going to kill myself. Because even if I defeat the alien, there's no way I want to be tied to you as like the savior of the earth.
So it really depends on the alien, but yeah, I think for most of the aliens, if I couldn't actually outsmart them and defeat them, I could hopefully at least present myself as like a useful thing for them outside of food.
You're gonna sell out your own race. What an asshole!
Hell yeah!
Dick. I can't believe you sell me out like that.
Not you specifically.
Oh, shit, I don't give a fuck. Yeah. What do we have to do? I'm all for it.
Humanity in general is just like, oh, well. There's no way I can actually beat these guys. It's not like I'm Doom Guy or whatever. So it's like, hey.
I do appreciate that that you just offer that up. I didn't have to be like, well, what about me? I was just like, oh, I can't believe you do that. You'd be like, well, no, not you. I'm like, oh, okay. You actually said that, just genuinely. I didn't have to prompt you to be like, and me? What about the podcast? Yeah. You're like, no, and not you. And I was like, okay, cool. Word.
Yeah, I mean, I have some loyalty for people.
I'm pretty sure that just become like the beaker to your Bunsen. We're like, oh, you guys want to try something new? Well, here's Turk. You can always experiment on him.
Yeah, I got a guy. No, he'll eat it.
Oh, so yeah, that'd be something. So I think in most of the in a good many of the alien takeover, because most of the time aliens aren't going to take over. They're just going to destroy the planet and then just take everything they can from it. So I don't think that that's something that then we're going to have to deal with. Or would have to deal with them oh, we got to live under alien rule, So now, if it was in a situation like Deep Space Nine, where the Cardassians took over.
God, can you imagine if the Cardassians took over?
That would be horrible. But oh god, these fucking jeans are too tight. I can't.
We don't even have a jacuzzi.
Yeah, it's like, can you believe it? Yeah, it's like, oh god, I gotta watch this fucking sex tape again. It's so boring. Where the Cardassians took over the Bajor, I mean that was akin to the Nazis taking over. So I wouldn't want to be in a situation like that.
Right.
But yeah, I think in most other ones I could probably survive. I would still choose vampires over that one because there's a good chance I might become a vampire.
Right.
The only bad thing about the vampire one is there's going to be some hot vampire chick that's going to be like, come on, don't you want to let me in? And, I've always had a crush on you. I'm like, oh. And you'd be like, dude, you've never met her before. It's like, she never had a crush on you. It's like, yeah, but she's like, stop looking in her eyes. Like,
Yes, yeah, I think I'd be okay with that because it's like, oh, I've been waiting for any woman to approach me, so I got this in hand. I just want to be friends. But you're not invited in.
it's like, how's it feel, huh? How's it feel?
Suck on that!
Actually, we already said that werewolf universe doesn't really exist.
Yeah. The machines, I don't think I'd do too well with that.
No, because like the one reason why I choose vampires over the others is because like there's still TV. Mm-hmm. Obviously, the machines were like, we're not going to waste our precious technology, on the idiot box. Like, no.
Just a bunch of sitcoms with robots in it.
Right.
What a day at the office.
And they wouldn't even bother translating into English. It would just all be binary. it would be binary, and it would look like the Matrix. It'd be like, yeah, okay. I just like, okay, yeah, this is. I would still watch it because there's nothing else to watch on TV. I wouldn't enjoy it, but I would watch it. It was. Here's the bad thing: they would only show two things: either robot TV or Family Matters. And it was like robot TV.
But it could be like the Windows screensaver with like all the pipes that would go around in 3D space. Yeah, like I could watch that for hours.
So a funny thing, and this really actually is a funny thing. Funny thing is, I got a tie recently. Someone bought me a tie, and when I do wear a tie, I know this is going to sound super snobbish, but I mean, fuck it, I'll wear that. I only wear silk ties. I only buy silk ties. I only wear silk ties. Mm-hmm. That's it. I got a tie recently. Someone got me one, and they actually bought it from Goodwill.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. And they're like, yeah, I saw this one. I thought it was kind of neat. I wasn't sure if you'd like it, and but it's silk. And I'm like, okay, because I'm having a hard time finding silk ties now.
Right,
most of them are polyester, and I'm just like, I just don't do it. I just don't.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of polyester.
So they got this one, and I looked, and I was like, okay, thanks. This is the ugliest fucking tie I've ever seen, right? I mean, it looks like it's straight out of the 90s. It's got like weird shapes and different colors, and it was like, I was like, hey, it's not a very attractive tie.
Like somebody threw up on a Chuck E. Cheese carpet.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like the Chuck E. Cheese carpet, like after they've been open, like their 5-year anniversary, they've steam cleaned it, but it didn't get out all those stains that have been just tracked in. It just looks brighter now, but still like grungy. So it hadn't gone in my closet at the time. It was just kind of sitting out there, and then one day I walked by it, and I don't know, I guess I didn't really look at it that well. And I'm actually getting around to why this came up. And I'll show it to you once we're done with the episode here. I walked by and light must have hit it just right to where I realized, like, wait a minute, what is that? So I picked it up and I held it. And I was like, okay, it's still an ugly tie, but now I feel like I'm going to wear it. On the pattern of the tie, that you can't really see until the light hits it just right, Windows Flying Toasters.
Nice.
And on the back of it, like on the tag, it's a Windows, screensaver tie, Windows Flying Toasters. But you can only see it when the light hits it just right.
Oh my gosh, I love that.
And I'm like, okay, I'm going to keep it. I'll keep it. And eventually I will wear it.
That is phenomenal.
But yeah, the machines, because again, this is not one like the vampires, or it's more akin to the zombies or the aliens, where yeah, we just don't like humans. You don't do anything for us. We don't need you, so we're just gonna exterminate you all. We're not gonna give you anything to enjoy in life because we don't want you living. We don't like you. We find you unnecessary. Which is kind of funny if you think about it. That robots hate humans so much that they don't even keep humans around to do the shit jobs that other robots. We would rather enslave other robots and build them just for the purpose of doing this shit stuff than actually make the humans do it.
What is my purpose?
Yeah.
All garbage. Oh my god.
Yeah, I mean, so think about it. There's probably somebody whose job is to he's like a robot doctor, and really all he does, you go to him for your on a 3-month checkup, and he just makes sure all your bolts are properly tightened, and that's it. And you say, oh, it's So I'm gonna set you up with an appointment for next month. I'm gonna need to get an oil sample like a week before your actual appointment. and it's like that's a job that a human could do, but like no, we'd rather you be dead.
Yeah, so I think that would probably be my worst one, honestly.
As the robots?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because at least the vampires, they were like, hey, you know what? I don't feel like hunting humans today. I want to hang out and do something else. The robots,
just need a me day.
Right? The robots like, time has no meaning to us. So yeah, I think that would be the one that I would like the least of the robots.
Yep. Because even like natural disaster, I think I could, I wouldn't thrive in it or anything, but I think I could survive in it.
Well, the thing with the natural disaster one is that all you have to do is just find a really good place to settle in and get yourself a generator. I already have like tons of movies I haven't watched that I own. I've got tons of books I haven't read that I own. So all that stuff is still there. I just have to go hunting for it and then get some kind of power to get going again, which should be easy enough.
Well, the only problem with that is that then the monsters become just other humans.
Well, how is that any different than right now?
It's really not super different than right now.
Yeah, except for I have fewer monsters probably because there's fewer people alive.
Yeah, I think I would do better with natural disaster than I would with robots.
You know what they were going to talk about? Is in a nuclear winter situation, how come people don't live on volcanoes or near a volcano? Nuclear winter is affecting everything on the surface, but beneath the surface it's still really hot. That volcano is still gonna like go directly to the magma core.
Yeah.
So it would kind of counter itself out to a certain degree. I wouldn't be freezing to death, but I also wouldn't be basking in the Maui sun, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, okay, there you go.
That'd be an interesting approach. I guess people would just be afraid of it erupting on them.
And plus, I guess closer to the volcano, there may be a chance you might get a little bit of sunlight, right? Maybe?
That, I don't know.
I don't know. I was thinking that if I can get like a little bit of something peeking through the clouds, that might also keep the vampires at bay. So, yeah. And what other one do you have? So natural disaster. I guess it really depends on the disaster.
Hurricane.
Oh, yeah. So that one might be a little tough. Earthquake, I think I could do. Survive after earthquake. Nuclear thingamajigger. Nah, probably not, because I still have to deal with the radiation. That's the bad part about the radiation.
Yeah. Trying to think of other ones. How about like a mist type situation? So like interdimensional eldritch beings.
Oh god, The Mist. That movie sucks so much. Oh god, it was so fucking horrible. I don't think I would do well in that at all, because those creatures are so freaking creepy.
Yeah.
Oh man, when they go into the pharmacy and there's the spider things and no. There's not enough fire in the world to wrap myself around to keep them away from me.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of bugs in general. I think they're fascinating to look at through pictures, but not interacting with in real life. So, like that kind of thing where you've got like these giant bugs, no, I would not do well with that.
Nope.
Now, what I do think I would do good at would be stuck there in the store with the other people. Because I think I would have the wherewithal when this crazy bitch is like, "This is the judgment of God, we must sacrifice the children!" To at that point say, okay, you know what? Phil, you distract her. I'm going to club her in the back of the head with some canned peas and try to kill her. Because this is going to keep escalating.
Oh no, I'm going to kill her. I'm going to kill her. I may not kill her with the first hit, but that's okay. It's like Doc Holliday. That's okay. I got 2 cans of peas. That's the thing that I hated about that movie was the whole thing with like. Have you seen the movie?
Yeah.
Okay. The whole thing with like Andre Braugher's character and was Thomas Jane's character. It was Thomas Jane, wasn't it? Yeah.
I don't remember anybody.
And it's like we're fighting over like a fence or some stupid shit like that. And it's like, come on, I gotta show you something back here. I'm not going anywhere with you. Like, dude, we're trapped in a situation here. Some weird ass shit coming on. Just come back here. It's like, oh, you lured me back here for nothing, huh? It's like what you get me back here for? I'm not gonna drop the law. I'm like, dude, what? Where's this coming from? This is just so insanely stupid.
Yep.
And then people are like, oh, here's that crazy woman again. She's so crazy. And it's like, that guy is like, yeah, maybe she's talking some sense. Like, no, crazy people never talk sense. Even if shit starts to like just go like just knucking futs. The crazy people never talk sense. I'm sorry. That they never. And I'm like, and then people start, I'm like, okay, here's the thing. I'm going to kill her. And any of you people that side with her, I'm killing you too. I can't do it. I can't. No. Ugh.
Yeah. So I think that aspect I would do fine at.
Yeah, I would do fine at that one too.
Now, what I would handle...
I'd probably end up in a grocery store by myself with a bunch of dead bodies, but I'd be okay.
Plenty of food to go around.
Yeah. Best believe I'd be alright.
Now, what I would not handle well in that situation would be when the military comes in and that lady who went off on her own...
Oh, that bitch.
...looks at you all self-righteous and smugly. Wouldn't handle that well. Because at that point, it's like... Bitch, I'm going to drag you out of that truck and kick the ever-loving shit out of you.
Exactly. I would have gotten shot by the military because I would have shot that bitch. Oh, man. Yeah.
You're not smart here. You're not even lucky. You're just too stupid to die somehow. You've somehow surpassed natural selection. That doesn't make you special.
I didn't understand that whole, and I know we're kind of really like, getting off of it, but I never understood the part where, okay, these things are out there, we're not going to make it, we'll just kill ourselves now. Whoa. We may have a while before these things attack. Why don't we wait till we're at it's like now we're all about to die, then we can do it.
Yeah.
Why am I going to do it now? Like, when you're rushing it? Look, old man, I know you don't have shit to live for, right? But, you know they never say, the people in the grocery store, did they live? I'm assuming they did since the military was coming through.
I would think so.
That's not right.
The military never came through in the book.
Yeah, they just keep driving on forever, and it's just like, it's just more and more and more of the same, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. Because I read it a long time ago.
Yeah, because like he winds up hooking up with that chick in the grocery store, and so then like as they're taking off driving, they're like, "Oh, we didn't see any humanity. I don't know what happened to my wife." It's like, okay,
are you really that stupid? She's dead. She's dead.
Yeah,
dead.
Yeah, the book. I did not enjoy the book as much as I did the movie, but yeah, the movie definitely has its flaws.
I enjoyed the book more the novella short story more than I did the movie. The movie I just couldn't stand. It was just so many people that I was just like, you all just need to die, really, because I'm so sick of you. And then the end was just, oh god, I hated that too. And then like I said, because you know what really pissed me off about that was she was like, are any of you men gonna walk a lady home? Bitch, have you seen what's going on outside?
Yeah.
No, I'm not walking you home. Why? I get you got kids there, at home or whatever, but there's a good chance that one, they're already dead, or two, you're not gonna make it. And you ask me to walk you to your car? Like, what? No.
Yeah.
I mean, I get you need to go. I completely understand that. You need to go. But to ask one of us to go with you, the shit bitch ain't my kids.
Right, yeah.
Yeah,
Like, I'm sorry, but there's a botanical spider the size of a fucking elephant out there. I'm not taking you to your car.
And weird ass, like, bat shits that are flying into the window. Nope. Yeah, and then afterwards she's gonna look down and be like, see, you should have walked me to my car. I'm like, yes, I'll walk you to underneath my car. Yeah, I hated that. That was just like, I guess they were trying to make a point with that whole thing, but it was lost. It was like, oh, he killed everybody. And it's like, I don't have enough bullets to kill myself. And then she comes to him and like, you wouldn't have to kill any of them if you just come and walk me home. Okay, whatever.
Yep. So, got no patience for that shit.
But yeah, I would not want to be in that world with them, because even if I survive the supermarket, I'm going to be sitting there for who knows how long waiting on the military to come through while these things are slowly making their way into the building. I've killed everybody because they all pissed me off or they all said something I didn't like, or but like, because you know what's going to happen is I'm going to kill the woman. They're like, why'd you do that? Why'd you just like, there was no reason for you to kill her. And then I'm going to kill them. And then eventually people aren't really going to understand. It's like, stop asking me why I killed somebody, because the last 20 of them were because everyone kept asking me, why did you kill them?
It's like the slap 2.
Or saying, you didn't have to kill them. Okay. You know, you're all just doing this to yourself. You're just, honestly, just have to make a big sign. Just shut the fuck up. Just stop. Oh. So yeah, I wouldn't live very well in that one. I couldn't see myself doing good in that. What else you got?
Maybe like a V for Vendetta type situation? Like dystopian government?
And that's different from today. How?
That's a good question.
All right, we'll get back to you on that one.
Yeah, let's put a pin in that.
All right, so you know the movie that we're always talking about? It's crap. I had it the other day because I had to look it up, and now it's not in my head anymore. But it's the one that we watched with Leroy Strongfeet, where they survive the whole deal, and then the woman starts screaming when she sees her kid at the end.
Shit. Yes.
It's like City of the Living Dead or some shit like that.
It's something like that.
Okay.
I know what you're talking about, but I'm totally blanking on the title.
So I was looking up again to kind of figure out what happens at the end of the movie. And I was looking it up, and there's a bunch of different theories about what happened at the end of the movie. But really what it boiled down to is they had an ending, and like one of the editors or somebody spilled something on the film and destroyed it.
Oh, God.
So the last part of the film is gone, so then Fulci decided that he was just going to just leave the ending like that. It's just ambiguous. Some people have, or maybe he said, or I don't know what, that the way it actually ends is that her son is a zombie. Because he should have died, I guess, when his sister died or something, but it was this thing about the people that were brought back to life had to be killed by this time, or else like the hell or whatever was going to open or some shit, Rick.
Right.
Well, in the very beginning, because I don't really remember that much about the movie, in the very beginning, the girl dies. But they think she's dead, but it turns out she's just in a coma. Or like in like a catatonic state. Well, in truth, supposedly, or what some theories are, she actually did die, and then when the dead starts to come back to life, she wakes up out of her coma or catatonic shock or whatever. But she's actually dead. When they go to destroy all of the horror, because she doesn't know that she's dead, when they go to destroy all the horror, they kill everybody except for her because she doesn't know that she's dead. So then, like, the time that they have to kill everything now goes by, and so they're like, yeah, we survived, we killed all the zombies before this time period right here, so that we stopped them from the gate from opening up, but because she didn't die, and she was a zombie, the gate opens up.
Yeah.
That's... but I was like, okay. Yeah, that's what I read, is just looking some stuff and trying to figure out the ending of it. Since we're talking about the kind of like, you know, post-apocalyptic thing, you know.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, you know. This totally sounds like it should be a porno. Cockfighter.
Cockfighter.
Yep.
Gentlemen.
Welcome to Cockfight.
Oh, yeah. So, let's see how we're looking for time. Yeah, we've been going for about 50 minutes.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, I mean, not that I ever want to live in one of these worlds, but I do think I could do pretty good in the vampire world.
I think so.
I don't want to live in the alien. I mean, I could also do pretty good in the alien world, I believe. Machine world, nope.
Nope.
Zombie world, nope.
Yeah.
And then the regular like natural disaster post-apocalyptic one, I could do well in a Dottie situation where there might be like some kind of like nuclear radiation. I probably wouldn't do well in that at all. Anything that's going to involve radiation, I'm going to have to say no to.
Yeah. I don't think I have enough common sense to live in a situation like that.
Yeah, I don't.
It says rat poison, not people poison.
Like, I'm not a rat. So yeah, I think I could survive in that one. But I think when any of those, I think we could technically survive, but we'll be happy survivors. We'll be happily surviving in it. But I think that I'd have to have a partner. I'd have to have somebody I could team up with that would would watch my back, and so there we go.
Yeah.
Because if I didn't have that, then I probably wouldn't survive very long.
Yeah. No, I get that. But yeah, so I'd say that's a podcast.
That's a podcast.
So hey, thanks for giving us a listen, everybody. We've done some kind of unusual ones, and it was good to get back into the funny.
So I'm going to ask this to people out there. All right. So Acomi and I, we're both surviving in the different whatever universe it is. Which one would you want to team up with? Well, I guess we'd probably be partners. So let me ask you this: which one of us do you think would be the better survivalist?
This is gonna crush our self-esteem. We're gonna get nothing but comments of people going, both you fuckers are gonna die.
And do remember that we're going to write down your screen names and keep them. So if this happens, I'm gonna know. Well, fuck you. You ain't joining my society. I know all about you, Magnolia fan. Yes. I think you both are gonna suck. But I asked that not to put either one of us on the spot, but to just be like, okay, so which one do you think like would be able to survive better, or be able to keep everyone else alive longer? Or which one do you think that you wouldn't sell you out as fast?
I'd sell everybody in my group for a box of donuts.
Vampire donuts.
Invite me into your friends' homes. No! I have French crawlers. Oh, well.
You know the bad thing about it's not even a bad thing. Vampire donuts are fine, but they have 2 holes in them, and that's just weird. That's the thing. They taste fine. I mean, they're still good donuts, right? But they have 2 holes in them. That's just so odd. That's it. That's all I gotta say about that.
Anyway, thanks for giving us a listen, everybody. Be sure to give us good reviews on all the podcast platforms.
Yep.
Any old one you want to.
Whichever one you want. Remember you can find us in different places. You can find me. Actually, you can find me on Instagram, I guess. Yeah. Where's my Instagram?
I don't know. You tell me.
I probably should change my name so it matches something more with the podcast. Anyway, just look out. If you find Acomi, you'll find me. It's just that simple. So look for Acomi, and then you'll find me there. And you can also find me on Twitter. Yes, you can find me on Twitter. It's late.
I'm tired.
But you can find me on Twitter at Turk182 _KE. I don't really post a lot of shit out there, but I don't really have very too much to say. But if you want to friend me there, be like, hey, I friended you because of the podcast, and I'll say something quippy or I don't know shit. I'll probably just be like, I got another follower. We're up to 12 now.
And you can find me on pretty much any social media at all under Acomi Draws. And yeah, it's been a long ass time since I've posted anything. However, Inktober's coming up, so I'll probably be doing that.
Oh, and to Acomi, I just gotta say, docs. I did not mean to. That strictly was an accident.
It's really funny.
It was funny, but it was an accident.
It was really, really funny.
Like, damn it, that's my real email. Yeah, so thanks all very much, and please, give us some good reviews, and if you don't really like too much of what we say, like I said, always check out more than one episode. You know, I used to say that when I was first checking out a new author, I would get their collection of short stories. Mm-hmm. That way I wasn't committed to something for too long. Yeah. And I could read several ones to kind of get an idea of whether or not I like the author or their writing style. Yeah. So, if you didn't like this episode, just check out a couple others before you be like, yeah, right, and these guys are garbage, and write us off.
Check out some of our micro episodes. They're very free form. Usually they're made out of outtakes.
I will say that I am kind of disappointed that our Go West young man has not gotten as many views, and I think that people probably think that we're very pro Kanye West, and I'm not gonna say nothing will be further from the truth, but we toss enough shade his way that I don't think he would want us to vote for him anyway.
I would have voted for him.
Well, he's actually he's filing an appeal or whatever to still get on the ballots in Wisconsin and something else. I'm like, hey man, do your thing.
Hey, best of luck to him.
Yeah.
He can't possibly be more of a fuck up than what we currently have for options. So
I think I think it would be so funny. I mean, not that you want it to be funny. We're talking about the leader of a country, but yeah, it would be funny. It would be funny.
Kanye loves Kanye.
Yeah. So, all right, everyone. Thanks all very much, and we will catch you next time.
We love you.
Zang, yo.
All right there, folks. That was Our Moms Think We're Funny. Let's give them a hand.